I'm sure that if you've been single for a while, you've either been told or thought to yourself, maybe I'm not married yet because I have the gift of singleness. And the idea of that scares you, as it did me. Have you ever seen that video of the kid on Christmas morning opening up his presents and he starts crying because he's like, this isn't what I asked for. I didn't want this. And that's exactly what it can feel like. Like, I didn't ask for this gift. I don't want it. So where do we get this idea of the gift of singleness from? 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Paul says, "But I wish everyone were single just as I am. Yet each person has a special gift from God, of one kind or another. To the unmarried and the widows, I say it is good for them to remain single as I am. But if they cannot exercise self-control, they should marry." If you're able to remain single and serve God, then do it. But if not, then you don't need to be. In Matthew 19, Jesus tells his disciples that it is not permissible to divorce for any reason. Listen to how they respond. In verse 10, it says, "If this is the case, it is better not to marry." And Jesus says, "Not everyone can receive this saying, but only to those whom it is given. Let the one who is able to receive this, receive it." So I want to ask you, are you able to receive it? Do you have the desire to be single? If you have the desire to be married, then it is most likely that you do not have the gift of singleness. I would never say to a married couple who is struggling with infertility, you may have the gift of barrenness, even though without children, they can actually devote more time to serving God and his kingdom. However, for them, it would not be a gift. It would be more like affliction or suffering. And I would never tell them to just accept the gift of barrenness. Guys, listen to these statistics, okay? Did you know that 25% of 40-year-olds have never been married? People are getting married later on. Fertility rates are dropping. Surely all these people do not have the gift of singleness. There is not a better time than now for believers to get married and to have godly families so that we can be an example to this world. So I want to encourage you, if you are in that season right now, keep believing and praying for marriage and taking initiative. Speaking from someone who got married in their 30s, I refuse to believe that I would be single forever. The second thing is, scripture is very clear that there is an advantage to being single. You can devote more time to serving God and his kingdom. So while you may not have the gift of singleness, you can use your season of singleness to be a gift to the Lord.